The other day I was asked in an interview, do you believe that the planets in the sky cause people to behave in accordance with their sign? And my answer was no. This was a chance to explain my take on the difference between causation and correlation as it applies to spirituality. So causation is easy to grasp. Think cause and effect. I flip a light switch on and the light turns on. If causal is viewed as a direct action with a direct outcome, then correlations are about what's related but not caused. So when you see the word correlation, think relationships or how things relate or interrelate with one another. Much of divination, be it astrology, tarot cards, runes, not only do they rely on some degree of randomosity, but they also rely on a belief in predetermination, or the idea that certain events or outcomes are fixed or inevitable. A good example would be your birth date. Doesn't get more fixed than that. But I want to stress that these modalities, in my view, should be viewed as more mirrors than blueprints. People who've used divination as a blueprint through their lives have historically ran into trouble. I think of one example of a great king who was going to invade Persia, and he went to the Oracle of Delphi to try to get advice. And she said, "Oh, a great empire will fall." And as she said this, he was left with confidence, because of his own bias, that was a positive prediction. Well, he shortly went on to lose and arrogantly got defeated. The empire that was to be destroyed was actually his own. She probably should have given him a heads up about that, but I digress. I'm not inclined to skip, signing things during retrogrades or not going out because of a void moon. These forms of divination are mirrors into ourselves and mirrors into the present moment. They give us an opportunity to recognize symbolism in our own lives and how that can make us more susceptible to other archetypal pattern-based experiences. All of these modalities have enriched my life not because I relied on them to determine my future, but because they empowered me to understand the weather of patterns and get a forecast on how best to handle the future. An important distinction.